Well, good morning, everyone. Today's Thursday, and one more day, and we are getting a little bit closer to our goal of losing 150 pounds. Today, we're starting out with our usual breakfast for the last few weeks. We got our 3 eggs, and today we only have half an arepa because we ran out of. Basically, like what Yolima does is that she makes, because it's a process, like you have to mix the flour and all that, and so she makes a bunch of them, and so we only had half left. So this is what we're having today. I am having breakfast and then immediately getting ready and going to my ping pong session, which is one of the things that I'm doing for a little bit of extra exercise. Let's see. Yesterday we had an early dinner, but it was a little bit, I guess, higher in carbs than was suggested by my Lumen. Lumen is the little device that I use for measuring my metabolism and figuring out what I should be eating in terms of like macros, in terms of carbs, proteins, and fats. And so it was a little bit higher, but then this morning we get a 2. I mean, it was a higher 2. It was 65% fat. 35% carbs, but still, it's what they consider fat burn, which is great. It's where we want to be. It's what is going to allow us to get healthier and lose weight. And so, yeah, that's basically it. So I'm loading up on this and going over to my ping pong session. We'll see how I feel. I had my first one on Tuesday, and it was a lot. Like, I felt like it was, it really took it out of me. And, I came back and I was so beat. And so I want to see how I feel. Like, sorry, I'm feeling like right here in my arms. I don't know if you guys remember Monday, we did that workout and, and I added the little curls just because I want, to work on my arms a little bit. And they hurt. They really hurt. And so, they got that soreness from, when you haven't worked out a certain muscle in a while. So we'll see how I do today with the ping pong. And yeah, that's it. But we are getting back on track, you guys. A much, much better week this week than it was last week. So, yeah. All right. I'm going to have some breakfast, get ready, get going, and I will probably see you guys a little bit later for lunch. Hello, everyone. I just got back from my ping pong, and I am sweaty. Look at that. It's not an intense workout, but it's long. It's 2 hours of doing like low level, and I'm still pretty amateur in my playing, so it's not like I'm not doing anything intense, but still. And the moment I get out of there, I am so cravey, and so it's always difficult. But I came home and we're going to make another curry. This time, Yolima is helping me chop the vegetables, and we have some of the pork that we cooked the other day. That was frozen, so we're sort of thawing and cooking everything at the same time. And then we're going to use the yellow curry this time and see, how it is and stuff. So some veggies, some of the curry. We'll use some fish sauce, some pea protein. We got our collagen also, so might put a little bit of that in there. So, it's coming together. Let me go ahead and cook, and then I'll show you guys the final thing, and we'll take it from there. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of ghee to just give it some good fats, and good flavor. So about a tablespoon. Yeah, about that. And yeah, let's get going with this first, and we'll add the veggies also, and then we'll keep adding little things. Okay, so this is our veggies with the pork, a little bit of the bone broth, some ghee, and we're just sort of cooking everything before we bring the rest of the ingredients in. Okay, so now we're going to be adding a little bit of the, not too much, we don't want to be too overpowering, and this stuff is pretty concentrated, but you know, a chunk of it. I don't know, maybe a third of it, maybe. Let's see. Amor, ¿me sacas la leche de coco, porfa? Okay.
Ay, no pique ajo.
No importa. She's laughing at me because I always ask her, like, oh, can you hand me this? Oh, can you hand me that? Okay. This is looking pretty good. So, but I think we can still use a little more paste. A little more paste. Okay. And now let's add the coconut milk. And this is what's going on. Let's see. Okay. Maybe lower the, no, too much. Not lower the temperature, but still. Probably need a little more. And the last thing that we're going to add, I think we need to add a little more of this. But we're going to add some of these rice vermicelli noodles. That will give us sort of the final carbs for this. Come on. Okay. So I'm going to put this in the fridge. And then I'm going to mix this in, making sure that the paste, the curry paste, is really getting... Oh, it smells so good. It smells so good. One thing of rice vermicelli, and I'm just going to put it in here and just let it do what it do, baby. Okay. Saving these guys for a future one. Okay, so what do we have in here? We have a little more milk. We have, we started out with our frozen pork. So you guys can see me? Yeah. We started a little bit of the frozen pork, and we then and added a little bit of the bone broth that we made just for flavor. And then we have these little guys. Then we added the some ghee and vegetables. So we have like a red onion. It's like more like a purple onion. Some regular like yellow onion, some scallions, carrots, peppers, some dried mushrooms that we got from the Asian store, and then we can probably lower this. Then what else? Oh, some zucchini in here. Then Yeah, that's it. And then, oh, and we added a little bit of fish sauce in there. And then aside from this fish sauce, that was basically it. A little bit of salt when I was cooking the vegetables. Then we added the curry paste, the coconut milk, and now these little rice vermicelli. So overall, pretty good. Pretty good, you guys. You gotta soak these guys in, make sure that they're getting cooked. And this is going to be delicious. Oh, right. We don't even have, I need to add a little bit of the, we're gonna add a little bit of the pea protein. I was almost forgetting. Cannot forget the pea protein. Just because we need to increase the nutritional value of this meal, yo. So, because there's not a lot of liquid left, I'm gonna do just a little bit. And we'll mix it in. That'll also help it. It'll help thicken the curry. Come on! Oh no! I hate it when that happens. I lost a little bit of the powder fell down there, and I don't like it. I am not a big fan of that happening. Probably need a little more coconut milk now that we added this. So we gotta add a little more. Okay. I'm gonna ignore it, because otherwise I get annoyed. You guys remember when I was making the shakes back in the US and just dealing with all the powders, and then the powder would spill and I would just get really annoyed at the powder spilling. And okay, this looks about ready. And we can probably go ahead and serve it, and it is going to be delicious. Okay, here we go. This is what it looks like. Actually looks pretty good. It smells right. It's got the right. Now we just gotta see if it tastes right. But I think it will. All right, let's see. It's hot, but oh fuck yeah. This is excellent. This is definitely excellent. It doesn't even need that much of the paste because there's already so much flavor in there, but delicious and nutritious. So this is what we're doing. This is the lunch for today. Again, like I was telling you guys, it was hard to, you know, like your head just goes to like, oh, you're tired. You just worked out a lot. You know, you deserve it. Go get something. And it's hard to come home. But this is definitely worth it because it feels delicious. So, all right, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to eat, going to shower, get to work, and I will see you guys for dinner. Hey, everyone. So I ended up not having dinner last night. We were working till late. And by the time I figured out what time it was like 10 p.m. And I didn't feel hungry. This is it's the same thing that, I know we know this, but it's just amazing to see in real life that the more, I guess, nutrient dense foods that you eat, the less you feel like eating more. Like you're satiated and you don't get, like, I don't get that excitement of like, oh yeah, let's have that. But like I could have crap for breakfast, lunch, and I definitely want it for dinner. And sure, if last night someone had said like, oh, but we need to eat pizza, then fuck yeah. But if you have nutrient dense foods, and like lunch was very nutrient dense, yeah, you just don't feel that same, I want to eat. So I also drank a lot of water yesterday, and my body wasn't asking me for more food the way it does sometimes. So just ended up skipping it. It was late. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to make anything. And so it was fine. And definitely drinking more water helps. Now, that's basically it. So it's just, once again, interesting to see how your body just reacts very differently to the types of food. And I know you guys, a bunch of you mentioned it in the comments, that, yeah, the bad foods that I was eating last week were leading me to feel crappy and wanting to eat more bad foods and then just perpetuating that negative cycle. So, yeah, just interesting to see. But that's basically it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow, which is a few minutes for me, but tomorrow for you guys, because you guys know I'm a time traveler. We're gonna weigh ourselves. We are going to get on the scale. I'm a little nervous, but yeah, I'll just get over it. Whatever it says, we'll be okay. Now it's also it's sort of like a baseline, taking a baseline because it's the first time that I'm using a different scale, so we'll see it. But that will be for tomorrow for you guys. So thank you so much for another good day. See you tomorrow.